everyone, it is December the 26th, so after Christmas, and I'm finally filming a video in front of my Christmas tree. I don't know why it took me this long. I didn't try doing a video here because I thought the lighting would be bad because I have a window right behind me and I have a window right beside me, and so I didn't think the lighting would work, but it's actually good. So here I am in front of my Christmas tree after Christmas, and today I want to share with you some fun activities for your kids' Christmas break. Most of these things are things that we're going to do with our kids, or we've done them with our kids in the past. My kids are all young. They are 6, 4, 3, and 1, and so sometimes it's amazing how small of a thing can make your kids' day, especially at my kids' ages, I'm sure, but just a simple thing can make their day so much fun. So one thing we're going to do for sure is go to an open skate or an open swim. We'll probably do open swim because it's a little bit easier for my husband and I to handle 2 kids each in the pool than it is on the ice. But we have rec centers around us, and so we like to take advantage of those open swims. We have 3 weeks off at Christmas. We homeschool, and so we give our kids 3 weeks off of school instead of just 2 like most schools have around here. And so it's going to be packed. I know that for the 2 weeks that everybody's off, so we'll probably try to do it the 3rd week when most kids are in school, because otherwise activities out and about can be really busy with how many kids are out of school. And then something else we could do is go skiing or sledding or outdoor skating, depending what your area is like. Here there is a lot of snow. We have so much snow already. Like, this has been a really snowy December. We've gotten snow like every other day probably, and there are piles of snow outside. So sledding would be great. We actually did get, when this video comes out, we did get our oldest son a sled for Christmas, and so we'll definitely be doing some of that, playing outdoors. Another thing is just something simple like an activity page for your kids, doing some coloring, a craft, Play-Doh, all those fun things that my kids, I don't know, I always have coloring available for them, but sometimes all it takes is for me to go on the computer and say, okay, what would you like to color? And they'll say Dora or Paw Patrol or something specific, and if I look for a specific page like that and print it up, my kids love that. They love having something for themselves to color, or if I give them a simple craft or get them a few new Play-Doh toys, it can keep them busy for a couple of hours, which is just great. Just something new and fresh often is a big help. Then you can also take your kids out to an indoor play place. We have a couple of indoor play places around here that our kids absolutely love going to. Once again, it's going to be crazy over Christmas, so I'm not sure if we'll do it over this break or not, but it's just a fun way for them to use up all this energy that gets stored up. One day we are going to undecorate our house, and well, it's not a small thing. It takes us probably almost one whole day to undecorate, but we'll do that one day. I feel like the kids are off from school and we don't have as much of a schedule, as much going on, so we do it over the Christmas break so that the kids can help, and we just have a whole day to dedicate to undecorating the house, which is always sad. It's sad to see all of our Christmas decorations go, but the kids will help us with that. And then one day we'll have a movie date. We don't watch a lot of movies. Our kids don't watch a lot of TV, but I can get a lot done if we have a day where they can watch a few shows, and so we'll definitely be having some relaxing days, just chilling and watching some TV. Another thing is, it's a little late to tell you guys this now, but if you plan for Christmas to get an activity for your kids that they can do in the days after Christmas for the rest of their Christmas break. So for our kids this year, we got them a couple of like paint by number books. We got a couple of other activity books for them. Let me think, what else did we get? We got our kids, all of them, a sketch pad, a Melissa and Doug big sketch pad for them to draw on. We also got our oldest son, who's reading, a little reader. So just things you can get them for Christmas that you know, that aren't just toys for them to play with, but kind of activities to do in the days following Christmas. And then we'll also play some games. We got our kids some games for Christmas as well. So new games that we'll be able to play, we'll be able to teach them, and just have fun together. One more thing that I will do with the kids is some one-on-one lesson time, like teaching my kids how to bake a certain recipe or how to cook supper or how to just different things around the house one-on-one time. I know if I'm baking and my kids are like, can I help, and they love to help in the kitchen, but if I have all of them helping me, it's a little bit too crazy, and so I'd like to have some one-on-one time, like, okay, Charity, you're gonna help me bake some cookies today, and just have her. And we homeschool our kids, so we should have lots of time to do stuff like this, but really our morning is school. That's all it is, and then in the afternoon it's rest and getting other stuff done, and our days can get pretty busy, and sometimes I neglect to have that one-on-one time with the kids. So this winter break, that's one of my plans, is to, I was going to say every day, probably not every day, but a few days just to have some one-on-one time with the kids to teach them something or just have some fun time together. So anyways, those are a few of my ideas. If you have some other great ideas, comment down below and share those with me. I would love to hear them. And I will see you in my next video. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I think that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye.